I also spent most of the morning looking for tiles. I did buy some yesterday. And if anyone is looking for some, hi Maria, for cheap mosaic tiles, I left this pack specifically unopened. I went to Michael's yesterday. I didn't find what I really wanted, but they had these by Creatology, and they were selling them. They were down from $19.99 to $5, and there was also a coupon for 20% off all sale or unsale from Creatology. Yeah, I did. I got 4 of these. These were, Betty, $20. They were reduced to $5. And then there was a 20% off. I think they're trying, at Hermosa Beach with 2 grandchildren. Say hello back, Maria. They had 20% off as well. I split them up into different colors, and it was a pain in the neck. I think there were 7 colors because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But I did seal the cup from yesterday. I know it's missing a handle, but we'll figure that out. We can always put a chain or something. I don't know. So for those of you that missed yesterday's, it's available for replay, but let me just give you a quick rundown. This was a ceramic teacup that I cut in 2 using, and I'm not good with tool names, but using this. Then I applied, it came out really good. Now, I will explain after I tell you what I did for those that missed the live, what I could have done better. And this is something that maybe you can keep in mind as well when you're doing yours, if you decide that you would like to do that. I then applied the foil adhesive, 4 foils, directly onto the cup. I did not paint. I did not do anything. Glass nippers. Thank you, Betty. Hi, Nancy. How are you? And by the way, my hat is not dirty. I experimented here with some, with a sealer from Pentar that had silver in. I should have continued it, but I didn't. I probably will. So, I let the foil adhesive set up, and then in front of you, I did show you how to apply it on another cup, which oh, there it is. On this one, and I applied the foil, and then I sealed it this morning with, and I used this foil. And both the foil and the foil adhesive are available on my website if you're interested. Now, the one thing that I will say, that if I was to do it all over again, I would for sure sand it down a little bit. Because if you recall yesterday, not everything adhered. So, I think this was my first time doing it on ceramics. I've done it on bottles, on clear glass, but never on ceramic. So it was great. I welcome Devon. Devon, I used glass nippers. I just went like that and I cut it. And you can tell they're not equal. But that's okay, because I can use this one here on another project and this one here. Remember, this is not supposed to be perfect. And the glass nippers were from Michael's. Although now that they're not selling glassy stuff, I don't know where they would be. So that's what I did up until this morning, just the sealing. So just remember, if this is something that you want to do, I would suggest strongly that you scuff it up lightly. The next time I do this, I am going to scuff it up. Now, I am going to use something that's a cheating something, but it gets the work done. This is from Home Depot, and this is called Mussel Bound. And what it is this is, instead of applying some sort of, it's tacky on both sides, and it stopped me from putting glue on my surface. So I'm just going to turn this like this and show you how easy it is to use. But first, let me cut this out. I don't throw my scraps away because you don't know where you might need them. So I would save this. I would roll it up. And I'll show you how this works. And you will find this where the tile section is in Home Depot. Or Lowe's, I guess. I think I got mine at Home Depot. So I'm going to line this up. Unfortunately, it fits, but hold on. Let me just see how much I need, and I'll just cut it out roughly and work from there. I painted my base. It's easy to cut. Or you can use glue. I decided I didn't want to use glue, so I'm going to use this. And this is going to annoy me until I get it on right. Maybe this is what I should do. Stand up and not be lazy. Okay, that's better. And as you can see, I cut a little bit too much off on the side, but that's okay. On the sides of this. Okay, Mussel Bound adhesive. Thank you, Betty. Betty is my amazing friend, and she's my moderator as well, and she helps me so much. And then all I'm going to do is, I flipped it upside down. I'm just going to cut and remove this. And that I'm not keeping. On the edges, I might do would you bend. I don't know yet. Hey, Nicole. How are you? So that's all I've done so far. This is, for me, much easier than me sitting there and putting glue. And anything that will help me make my life easier is what I love. Now, this, and I'm going to show you on this, when it peels back, and I say when, is also sticky. So when you place it on whatever surface, this is meant for walls, but when you place it on, it's the wrong color to choose. Let's say I pick this. this really holds it well. And if you leave it like this, I think it's for 24 hours before grouting, it will stay on. I've had these in my kitchen. I did my kitchen about 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't want someone else to do it for me because I knew they wouldn't do it right. So when I found this, I knew that I had to do it. Now you can, I also did it to show you on a canvas. Just remove these out of the way. You can also do it on a canvas, or you can do it on wood. I did it on canvas, and all you have to do is just peel, and then you can start. This canvas I really liked, and I'm not sure where I got it from, because it has a ready-made frame for it. Lynn, I think that's wonderful, Betty. That's amazing. It's so great to be able to do your own thing. Betty posted, Lynn, the stuff. It's Mussel Bound. All it says here is musselbound.com. So then I will be able to place my cup. Thanks, Betty. But first I'm going to tile the whole surface, because I think we mentioned yesterday that I am going to have things coming out of the cup. It could be jewelry. I'm not sure what I'm filling this with, but there might be some areas that when you look at it will look white, and I don't want that. So I'm going to, the background will look white. Home Depot. But if you check Amazon if you don't feel like going to Home Depot. So the next thing I want to do is plan out what I'm going to use. And I have different options for what I would like to use. I know this doesn't go with this, but I really like the size of these tiles, and unfortunately I don't have any other size. I mean any other color. So that's one option. So then the other thing that we can use is, I have these, which I'm going to have to clean up because they look like they're dirty, and they probably are. But I can use these as, I want a small border. All I know right now is that I want a small border. And I want to be able to fit in everything inside. Now we have a choice of different color small tiles, but I might also be cutting up my own. I don't know. The only thing I'm not sure about yet is, are these broken for a reason? Oh, these seem to be, no, they're broken because they're broken. I don't know if I want clear. So, or if I want the smoked look. And I think I'm going to go with the smoked look. And let's see how many of those I have. So I'm going to pull those out. And this is a thing I got from Home Depot when I was doing my kitchen. Some of these are going to need cleaning. So let's just pull these. This one I don't want right now. So far we have these. Let me just see how many more we need. Not this one. I will clean these out. And I'm not sure if I'm grouting or not yet, because I am going to be pouring resin. So grouting might be a waste of time, but we shall see. I personally don't care much for grouting. So if anyone has any questions, please hesitate. If I've gone too quickly, please let me know. And this, I have never done mosaics. Well, no, I tell a lie. I have done one once in a class. I took a friend of mine whose birthday it was. And although I enjoyed it, it can be frustrating. And I'm terrible with making decisions. Oops. Let me see. I'm trying to pick the cleanest ones. So as I said, if you're new, please say hello. And if you're not new, please welcome the newbies. I'm sure they would love, well, I don't like to call them newbies actually. They're new friends. Let me see if I've got enough. I want them like this. That's 4. And I will be cleaning some of these. And I think some of them might need cutting. So if we lay them out like this, 2 of them we'll need 2 extra pieces. Hi Gwendolyn, how are you? Your package went off yesterday. Well, actually this morning. So thank you, my friend. I've got a couple of surprises in there for you. So this would be, it's a kind of neutral frame around, and I know some of it is dirty. I will clean this, and that's why I have not removed this yet, because I'm trying to plan it out. I can do the cutting and the cleaning first. And you can leave the edges as they are, or you can do, would you bend? I saw her somewhere. I can't remember where. But I haven't been online, so maybe it's my imagination. Sorry. Yeah, maybe I'll message her and see if everything is okay. So let me, now the other colors that I want are, I have this that we can use to cut up smaller pieces like the pink. And remember, they don't have to be matchy-matchy, as long as, and I do like the color pink. Yellow would be nice, but I don't think it would go. So I'm just going to pull out all pinks, and we will cut as we go. This was actually, if anyone wants to know, my son-in-law got this for me. He got me 3 boxes of these from Etsy. I think out of all of these, that might be, I do love the bright yellow. We could do so much with this yellow. And I can ask him which Etsy store if anyone's interested. This is one color. Then he also got me another box with greens and blues. But I don't know that I want to, well, I mean, I could do greens and blues, but for the main color, I hope I have enough. I like the pink. Let me see what the next colors are. Oh, this one is more blues. So we can use some of these blues. Let me see which ones. We could use some of these as well. Not, we'll maybe do pink around where the cup is and blue around the edges. And these do have to be cut. So let me pull these out. And sorry if I've missed any comments. I'm going to cut them and do my mosaics with them. Resin. Okay, I don't know if I've got enough, but I can always bring some more. So I'm just planning right now what I'm going to do. So we said these around the edges. And I don't want to take this off until I know what I'm doing, because it's going to gather up dust. And I don't want that. No, I'm doing a mosaic with it. All I'm doing is placing them, cutting them and placing them and cleaning. And if I can't clean this one, we're not using it. So what I was thinking of doing is placing these after I cut them, say in the center somehow, where the pink cup, where the cup will be. And yeah, we do have enough. And this is not going to finish today because, as you know, with mosaics, it takes quite a while to cut up. And then around the edges, maybe put something like this. The first one, I've never done one before, as I said, so I'm just as new as you are to this. Maybe you've done it before and have some tips. Now, the other thing I can do is if I need small areas that this one won't work, that need some small, tiny pieces. I have a blue one. Where's my blue one? Oh, the blue one is right here. I don't need the green, but the blue one might be good for filling in some space or doing a row, really. Or we can use these, which were tiles that are iridescent. This one won't work. Green won't work. The off-white will. So we might use that. We might use that. The yellow won't work. But maybe the gray. So we'll see. So what I'm going to start by doing is cleaning up my area here. These won't work. And getting my cutting mat. My cutting mat is, and that's a good question. Where is my cutting mat? Well, it doesn't matter because I have, oh, hi Karen. I just, I just used my nippers, my glass nippers, and I just went just like that, and it cut. The two pieces, as I said, aren't exact, the same size, but I was happy with that. And it was a cup that was missing a handle, but we can always add a handle to it. So now I'm just going to put these here. And I can use this mat to cut on, although I'd rather find my other one. I swear, since I've tidied up my area, unless it's something I use regularly, it's not working for me. Let me find where my tools are. Hey Rennie, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. I need these. And I thought I pulled it out. My, no, I guess I didn't. Now, I haven't cut tiles in a long, long time. So you're going to have to be patient with me. And if it's, this one is one that I need to, no, this one is fine. And this is called an oil hand cutter. Now, they tell you can fill this with oil, but I'm telling you, do not. And the reason, it's going to flood everywhere. What I would suggest that you do is, let me just get my oil, this is the oil for the glass cutter, and I do not sell this at all. So all you do is you put some on a piece of cotton. Let me see if paper towel will work. And I usually do it in a small cup, like a plastic cup, like one of these. Actually, we'll reuse this. Oh, this one's still working. Let me see if I have another one. I wasn't planning on doing this today, but seeing I can't find the other one. Let's do this. So all you do is a plastic cup and keep it covered with a lid. And you add a little bit of this oil. And you roll your blade through it every few cuts. Hey Ari, how are you? We were just wondering about you. Welcome, Rennie. So that's all you need to do. So do not fill this with anything. Now I need to tighten this one. This is a brand new one. I haven't used it. Oh, is everything okay, Ari? this loose? It should not be loose, but anyway, this is what we're going to do. I am looking for, it doesn't matter what size, as long, I just want squares. Yes, I agree with you, Betty, 100%. So that one is there. So I don't know if you heard the noise. And if I did this, I'm out of practice, I'm just saying. Then you get, oh, Betty, what is this called? A cutter, a glass cutter, I think. And see how I just did it? You can start from the top or the bottom. But did you hear the noise? The zzz. And see, that was easy to cut. And now I just want to straighten this one out. And sometimes it could be difficult to do that because the pieces might be too small. Actually, I'm going to leave that one like this. It doesn't bother me that it's not equal. And sometimes with small pieces like this, instead of using a square, and this is wonky. But again, I can use this part. And with these glass cutters, I think they're called, there is a line usually here. And then, hi Terry, how are you? And you can usually see right in the center. For this, I don't wear gloves. It's very, maybe if you choose to, yes. But so far, I've done nothing that's really dangerous for me. And sometimes, yes, I do cut myself. But what I was trying to say is that line should line up with the place that the line that you've just made. Oh, good! I can't wait. So again, you can hear it, you can see it as well, and then I'm going to come close to the camera. Can you see how I've lined it up? And then I just squeeze and it cuts. Now, before I start applying them, and this is tiles. Tiles aren't as sharp as, say, glass cups or bottles. But I have this as well, which you can get on Amazon. It's like a glass sander, so you can just do the edges. But there's nothing sharp, for me at least. If you're a beginner, then maybe you should. So don't do what I'm doing. Do what makes you feel comfortable. And again, I'm cutting. So we can use these so far. I want to cut different shapes. And again, I'm looking for the bar at the top. And you line it up with the line you just made. And there you go. You can cut these as big or as small as you want. Like I said, I'm not going to grout, I'm pretty sure, because I'm going to use resin. So there's no point grouting and resining. Sometimes the glass has ridges or has texture on it. So try and cut on the smoother side of the smoothest part of the glass. So let's see, like this one. I'll try and find my cutting board before tomorrow. Now, if when I'm about to place it, I find that this part is annoying me, it's too much of an angle, then I just do this. Thank you for sprinkling, Ari. I really appreciate that. It will help my page grow. And I'm really appreciative of that. Okay, let's see. I've got some more here, I mustn't forget. Okay, this is the surface side. It's a sharpening stone. Thank you. Was that Betty? Yes, thank you, Betty. Betty is also one of the very few people who can read my mind and find my words. I'm so glad, I'm so excited about your live, Terry, and I'm so glad you're doing better. A whetstone, a wheatstone. Okay, that's too much information for me. I just know it's a sanding stone. So as you can see, I've cut a few. Let's do a little bit more, and I'm going to do the pink as well. And then we can line them up and see. That's like a parallelogram. A whetstone? Okay, like wet. Okay. So there you go. All right, let's leave. Oh, let's do a couple of these as well. Now, sometimes you may not be able to thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rennie. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the hearts, everyone. This is a bit sharp, just a little bit sharp. So I'm just going to maybe bring this into the camera and put this on. And I don't want them that big. Oops. I made a boo-boo. I don't want it cut this way. Let's see what happens. Oops. My boo-boo became a good thing, but it needs sanding. If I was to do this again, if someone asked me to do this again, I don't think I'd be able to. But I want these a bit smaller. And let's see if I can... Oh, thank you, Ari. Thank you, Ari. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm just trying to get it more of a squarish. No, they don't. Actually, mine are not at all square. And we might have to adjust this as we go on. As these, thank God, are a little bit more cuttable. Now I could make them smaller than this if I want. This is the texture side. So I'm going to cut on this side. And it doesn't matter whether you cut from here or you cut from here. But once you start, do not stop. I have not cut up glass tile in maybe 2 years, Betty. No, that's not true. I have cut up glass tiles. In less than 2 years ago. For a Christmas project, actually. Now, sometimes when your cut is so thin from here, see from it may your glass, whatever this is, I'm terrible with names, may not allow you to snap off the small pieces. Now this one I'm going to do in 3. See, I'm stuck here because I picked the wrong side to cut, but I still went with it. Let's do one side at a time. If you noticed, I rolled my cutter across here and was about to do right across this way, but then I stopped. And the reason I did is it's best to cut every line by itself unless you're going in the same direction. If you're going in opposite direction, cut every line separately. In other words, if I could have cut this here and this here, and it would have been fine. But because I was doing 2 different cuts, wrong end, it's really important that you pick the end with the line because it's shaped slightly different. It's more of a curve than this side. This side is a flat side. It's hard to show you this on camera. It's more of a practice. Let me move these out of the way, and then we'll start like this one may or may not work because it's so small at one of the edges. See, it's not working. It's so small. So I'm going to turn it over and see maybe this side, which is wider, will work. And it did. But it did not do a perfect cut. Look. And in this case, it's not a big deal because all you have to do is, where is it? There it is. You can use this to cut that part, but as you can see, it's not completely straight. But that's where your practice, that did not cut well at all. I'm going to turn it over only because I didn't pick the smooth side to cut, and let's see what happens. Nothing happened. I'm going to cut these because we're going to start working with these. And I need to remove this. And usually when you're cutting, if you're standing up, it's a much better idea. This was very, very thin, so it broke off. Now sometimes you might even be able to break them off with your hands. My hands aren't strong enough. but it does make a difference if you're standing up. Oops. I did cut this, but I cut it wrong. Hey Lisa, how are you? Now this one I know it's not going to work because I don't have much room. Oh, but I did do the edge. And again, I'm going to use this just to nip the other part off. And I'm going to smooth it. It's not because it's sharp, it's because it's got bumps. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? Remember, I'm just showing you the way I do things. It might be wrong. It might not be the perfect way, but each person has their own way of doing things. Oh, thank you, Donna. How are you, my friend? I've missed you. Well, I've missed everybody being away. So we're going to start tiling. Okay. Now, you will get scraps of tile. Be very careful with that. Don't play with it like I am. And all I'm going to do is just clean up as much of it. It's just dust. And I want to make sure that all my tiles are clean. So I'm just bringing them over. And if they're not clean, I'm going to pick out new ones because there's nothing uglier. It's not as bad as where Lynn is, I guess, Elizabeth. Yeah, I've been smelling it and I've been seeing it. The sun has been so hazy. Actually, I haven't really seen the sun properly. Betty's is not too bad, she said. But I feel so bad for everyone that's stuck in the way. Now this one, I'm just going to try and remove this way. You can soak them in water and clean them. So you're getting them in Delaware as well. Yeah, Lynn's got them in upstate New York, she said, quite badly. So I'm going to continue. Yes, that's true. It's hazy. It's been terribly hazy. And you know, I didn't watch any news when I was away. So I found it really strange that all of a sudden the weather's gotten cooler when I got here. Let me bring these. And I want to clean them and I want to remove this. Terry, what time are you on? Are you on at 5? Just want to make sure that I'm not running over into your time either. $4 p.m.? Okay. Oh, we've got time. And if you are watching here and you enjoy watching Amazing Crafters, you should watch Terry, who's on at 4 p.m. And I know at 6 we have Nicole. I'm just cleaning. I might have to replace this one. Oh, okay. No, there, I got it. I don't know. I don't like the dirt showing on this one. I might have to replace it if I can't clean it. Is that all of them? Oh, great. Texture paste and how you can use it. Okay, great. And it's all Pentart products. And if you don't know what Pentart products are, Terry will do a great job of explaining everything to you. Okay, so we've kind of cleaned this. So then I'm going to bring back my my board, and I'm going to try and remove the top. And I'm not going to remove everything, because I'm going to try and leave the center covered until I'm done. You don't have to do that, but that's the way, as I said, I'm doing it. There's so many different ways. You know, each person finds the way that they want, or the way that works for them. I know I'm a messy crafter, so I know that if I remove it all, I'm going to make it look dirty. But if you're neat, then you're fine. I'm not neat. Okay, so now hopefully these are dry, and I'm going to start off by placing the first one here. And make sure that they're all clean. And I am going to butt them close together, because I am going to be using resin. And remember, this part is the sticky part. Okay, so now having done that, I should have started from both ends. I'm going to have to add something in between here. So I'm making them look the same. And I'm going to have to add something here. So let me do this side as well. Oops. It becomes hard to remove. I saw a little dirt that I'm not happy with. And you can see it here as well. And sometimes it happens. So I'm just putting these on and I'm going to do a pattern with them. Now here I could put something like this. I could put, where is it? Some white ones like these. These are gray, but I have white ones that will fit. We'll see. Does anyone have any questions? So I'm just doing a frame, and I've learned my lesson. To start on both sides and do the same, just in case I need to fill in. Let me see. Okay, this one, don't too dirty. I guess I didn't clean all of them. So I'm going to do the same thing, unless I cut this. Let me see if I can cut this, because sometimes these are hard to cut by hand, and you may have to use, oh, I did it. Wow, I didn't think I would be able to. I did have some glass nippers that I could do that with, because these are thicker than normal tile, the mosaic tile, and I had a tool, and it was a very expensive tool that was supposed to work with any thickness, thicker than this, and I broke it. Wow, I'm impressed with this. So let me just see how this will work. We put one here, and one here. And it might work. One. So it'll look uniform. Yep, that's perfect. And that's what we'll do on the other side. And we already have one cut, so all we have to do is cut this side. Let me see. We did 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me find another one. One. I'm just lifting it up a little bit more here. And I'm trying not to use my hands because I don't want the oils from my hands to touch the sticky side. Okay, so I need two more. I need to cut one of these. So let's see this one. And we need to figure out what we're doing here, but we can do that later. Or I can cut this one actually. Hopefully it will cut. Yes. It's got residue from where it was stuck, the whatever on, they have them stuck on these mats. And I took them off the mats. Is anyone bored yet? Oh, this one should have been a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can cut one a little bit bigger than this one. Okay, that seems to be fine. Oh, thank you, Rennie. Okay. Now, we can start. Hopefully, I'm not going to mess up. And I'm going to just approximate exactly where I'm going to put this. So I'm going to start, like I said, because we're using the teacup, I want to do pink in the center. And they do not have to line up. I mean, be perfect. So I'm just doing an area. I think it might be easier if I held it with this. So it's like a jigsaw. You're fitting in the pieces that you cut. That one there. And there's going to be a gap here, and I'm okay with that. And if you want, you can also add glitter in the areas that are still have adhesive, on them. Okay, I'm still on my live? Okay. The other thing I want to see is add this to here. I loved using it, Betty. It's one thing less for me to worry about. I did the whole kitchen. And I had, my husband had his, my husband's a civil structural engineer and heads up a group of engineers and architects. And he had invited them over for some barbecue party one summer. And it was the summer that I had just finished doing this. And one of the architects, an older gentleman, said to me, "This will never hold. In a year's time, you're going to be wishing you'd hired a real professional." Well, it's been several years and it's still working. I'm taking it away from me because I can't cut. And I don't know if this is going to, yeah, it did one side. Because remember, this is how small, this is very, very tiny cut. Oh, let me just sand it so that I can try and even it. And you can, as I said, if the gaps are too big, I might just put a coat of glitter, just spread the glitter everywhere, so we won't see the white anymore. Let me just see if I can fit this in. No. Nope. I might have to cut smaller pieces. Not I might, I definitely will. What color glitter do you think we should add? If you wanted to add glitter. Now I could add this, by the way, if I didn't want glitter. But this is a bit too big for me. And I'm going to start, I don't know whether I'm going to introduce this in yet. So we'll see. White glitter. Yeah, white glitter might work. I could add this in here. No, I'm not going to. So I'm going to have to cut some more blue. I don't think I got out all the blue. No. So it's just, it becomes like a puzzle. I'm just going to cut here. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, even if it's after time. And this one is so tiny, I'm just going to nip it with this. I did forget to say one thing. Please wear eyeglasses or eye safety. Betty, my words have gone again. I'm going to put this here. Safety glasses. I got it. I'm just trying to find smaller ones. Safety, yes, safety glasses. Now I just want to show you how this is looking so far. We need to add a little bit more pink. But I am thinking, not this. Where are the white ones? I'm thinking maybe adding. I might add some of these actually. And I have here, these are ones that I cut for some project I was working on. I don't know if you can see them. No, you can't. So I could use some of these. This one is like a transparent one. And I'm going to continue working on this, and hopefully we'll have it ready for tomorrow so that we can continue with decorating the inside of the cup, and then resining. So hopefully I'll be able to finish it all off tomorrow. I'm sure I really appreciate you all being here with me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 2. And tomorrow is also my Pinterest night, and we're going to be decoupaging a box. So if you'd like to join us on Pinterest TV, the link is pinned to the top of my page. Thank you so much for being so patient and understanding with me. Patience definitely one thing that I'm very grateful for, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Thank you.